Good evening, everyone, and thank you for watching the Barre Beat podcast live, streamed live to 802 Scoop and filmed in the Inside Scoop Studios, Main Street, Barre, Vermont. Tonight we had to do a special Barre Beat, not on a Monday night because I'm a little detained tomorrow night. And of course, we've got with us Liam Hogan from Hogan LLC, Group
Hogan
LLC.
Group.
I keep messing it up. I'm sorry. How you doing this evening?
Good. How are you? We've got a packed show.
We do got a pretty packed show. Can't complain about that. Although most of it's not really local per se.
Right. We don't have a lot of local stuff, but the national news has been
Cuckoo Cuckoo?
Yep.
A little crazy?
Little crazy. A lot of stuff to go over and let people know about.
Definitely a lot of stuff to go over. And I'm just going to go and share this to all the chat pages. Look at that. Just like that.
Just like that.
Just like that. All right. So, of course, we're going to go over local news, state news, regional news, and national politics and national news. Do want to give, before we jump in, want to let folks know that on October 11th, I will be serving as a server at Tasty Bites, where the tips that I'm able to raise will go directly to Turning Point Center of Central Vermont, which is a drug recovery program, and they facilitate recovery and not continue drug use, which is really phenomenal, and I really appreciate the work that they do. Bob Purvis used to be the director, great guy, and now Rosemary Rosa is. So the funds raised between 7 a.m. and 9 a.m. tips raised at Tasty Bites on October 11th, this coming Saturday, will go to Turning Point Center of Central Vermont. So just want to give folks the heads up on that and hope that you come to Tasty Bites right on Main Street, across the street from Subway, and have yourself a breakfast there, 7 a.m. to 9 a.m. Are you going to wake up that early?
Well, we'll see. I might have to. Their sausage and gravy is pretty good.
It is pretty good. It definitely is pretty good. I got to tell you. So we had so we're pivoting to a different Turning Point, Turning Point USA. We had the Turning Point, the kid from Turning Point USA, which is the Charlie Kirk organization. We had him in last week. Have you read some of the comments?
On our post?
Not on our post, like the Vermont Daily Chronicle post.
I did a little bit, and I think I sent it to you, and I was like, oh,
yeah,
we
get some haters.
Yeah, they can't all be haters, though.
I got a phone call on Friday.
Oh, man.
They called me from a Pennsylvania number, first of all, and they said, you gave a platform to a racist and homophobic organization and to a kid that was not informed. And because of that, I will not be voting for you. You've lost a vote. And I'm thinking to myself,
From Pennsylvania.
from Pennsylvania?
Like, are you running for federal office now,
I know,
Michael?
right? No, he's not going to be able to vote for me. And I checked the name as well in the voter registry.
Yeah.
Doesn't, unless recently moved here, which
Right.
in which case you didn't vote for me before. So,
Huh.
yeah, it was kind of like some of the things that were said, and that kid is probably more informed than 90% of the people.
Of most kids, I would think.
Yeah,
He knew
absolutely.
his stuff.
Yeah,
And I just hope that's not going on the kid either. I hope he's not getting
I
any
hope
of that
not,
backlash.
because he was a good kid.
Yeah.
Linda says, great breakfast for Tasty Bites. And yes, they have a great breakfast. And Linda, I hope to see you there.
That's becoming like a part-time job for you.
I know, right?
You've been down there a couple weekends.
I have. So the Christmas for Kids got $331.06. That's what the
That's
grand
awesome.
total came to. So that Jason Fleury picked up the check, or not? Well, I think it was cash.
Yep.
Picked up the cash yesterday, which was pretty awesome.
Yep.
We did a post on 802 Scoop. Jason Fleury's amazing. If you don't know Jason, highly recommend you get to know Jason, because he just is phenomenal. All right, we got some shout outs.
We do.
I want to. So I get this email. It's Merit. I don't know. They tell me, things that are, our kids that are going to college.
Yep.
They get on like Dean's List and President's List.
Nice.
So I looked at that, and since, we've made some changes on Barre Beat, and I figured I would also give the shout outs that I saw in the email, which the first one is Courtney Valencia. She was named to the Dean's List for summer 2025 term at the University of Maryland Global Campus, which to get on that list, you got to have 6 credits and a GPA of 3.5. Hey,
Nice.
Did you ever have a GPA of 3.5?
Nope. When I went to college, I had a GPA of 3.4.
Oh no, that sucks.
I was
I-
I was a point short of missing the Hawaii Community College Dean's List. But I had a 3.4, so I did all right. Did you ever make the Dean's List?
No. I think I was very happy with a 2.0. So are you happy?
Yeah.
3.4.
I did a 3.4 and I only did one semester. So I am thinking about going back though, so we'll see.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
3.4, Mr. 3.4. So, and Daniel Copping
Yep.
was named on the summer 2025 president's list at Southern New Hampshire University, and the term runs from May to August, and the requirements to get on that list is a 3.7. So you definitely didn't make it. on that.
Definitely didn't make it on that list.
I would have nowhere near that one. And that's Judy Copping's nephew.
Gotcha.
So in
So
case
someone half local.
well, both of them are local.
Gotcha.
I don't, but I know Judy Copping. I sent her a message and asked her if she knew who that was. Judy's a big fan of the 802 Scoop. All right. Want to talk about the weather?
The weather looks like Monday's going to be partly cloudy, high of 82, a low of 50. Tuesday is going to be partly cloudy, high of 79, a low of 52. Wednesday, mostly sunny, a high of 63 and a low of 41. Thursday, partly cloudy, 52, low of 32. Friday is going to be clear, 61, low of 28. Ooh, that's going to be cold. Saturday, clear, 60s, low of 30. Sunday, clear, 60s, low of 30s. And Monday is going to be clear, 70, low of 36. Not an ounce of rain this week.
Yeah, and yeah, and you said you wanted to talk about the Digger article on that.
There was a Digger article, and then I think you had some news about a wildland fire.
Yeah, so there was a wildfire up on up in Williston yesterday. They took the helicopter, went down into, I think it was the Shelburne Pond or something, I don't know, and grabbed some water and dumped it on the mountain. And they ended up not completing it, and they were going to complete the firefighting today. Did you, by chance, take a look at that?
I did not take a look, but I heard about it.
Because that's like right up your gig, isn't it?
That is, and it's actually funny because my younger brother is a full-time firefighter up at Williston.
Does he know anything about it? Did you talk to him about it?
I haven't talked to him about it. He's on for 36 more hours, so when I see him on Monday, I'll ask him. He did send some pretty cool videos, though. I should have sent him along.
So it looks like the fire is still going.
Well, it's way on the top of that mountain. They were saying it's super steep and nobody could get to it.
Yeah. Looks like crews were still in there on Sunday, working to contain the fire that broke out. Water is pumped off from the creek off South Brunel Road. Yeah. So they're still working on it. And I mean, the fact is it's dry out.
Right.
So, folks, don't be using fire anywhere because it's dangerous.
Can't be burning anything.
No.
And keep an eye on the water usage too.
Yeah, I didn't get an update on the
dam.
The dam, or not the dam, but the reservoir. I know that Montpelier is in a voluntary conservation.
And I came over the bridge Friday, coming home from work, and the river looks pretty
dry.
Yeah, pretty low and pretty dry.
So, not a great time.
No.
I will say I learned this little tidbit. Ticks do not like the dryness.
Huh.
Yes. So maybe
ticks.
What would be amazing is if not only do we have a super dry season right now, but if we have a super cold season, kill off those ticks.
Right.
Because ticks suck.
They do. They suck and they're sneaky.
They are. They absolutely are. I was watching a video about that, and because when I was a kid, and correct me, folks that are watching, I don't remember ticks. As a kid, I do not remember ticks, and it's like, seriously, they're everywhere now.
Yeah, I don't remember them as much as a kid.
You're a little bit younger than me.
Just a little. Not very.
Oh no, you are old enough to be a kid of mine. Because 1998?
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah, no. Oh, it's so gross. Whatever. Anyway.
Whatever. It doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter. But yeah, no, definitely something to be concerned about. Or not concerned about, but like looking forward to. I'm really hopeful that the tick population takes a notch down or ticks down a bit. That
Definitely.
would be nice. Yeah, so we got a Barry man, Casey Gurgio,
Yeah.
32, has been sentenced to 8 years to life in prison for sexual assault of a woman in downtown Barry in 2021. I do not remember this. Do you?
I don't. How long?
That was in 2021. That was only like 3-4 years ago.
Oh, I was probably here, but don't think I was in Barre at that point.
Oh, okay.
I might have been just moving to Barre.
I do not remember this. I feel like I would remember. I mean, it was an assault,
Yeah.
and I don't know why I don't remember that. But
But 8
I'm not
years,
gonna
that's
lie. Not really enough.
right. Well, that's the
not gonna
biggest
lie.
sentence we've seen.
I know, right? You know,
8 years. There's
you
been
know,
some stuff that we've seen. Oh,
true.
They
I
did-
will say that it's not long enough.
right. They did a little better on this one.
A little better, yes. Although I think if you sexually assault a woman like that, I mean, that's just
Yep.
10, maybe 20 years.
Yep. 10, 15
You know,
at least.
and then, you know, because it that person, and then there was a mistrial, which really sucked. And according to the article that I read, it was a mistrial. And what's interesting is it's not like this was his first problem, right?
Right.
Like he actually had a record, which gets
Yeah.
back into Vermont's, you know, overly permissive.
There you go.
Thank you.
That's it.
Finally got it. Permissive attitude towards criminal activity, and it causes severe impacts on people, and
Yeah.
it certainly had an impact on that poor person, that poor woman that experienced that.
Yeah.
But yeah, 8 years, not really enough.
No.
So,
Baby steps.
but good
We're
that
getting
he's
there.
going away for 8 years, hopefully.
Yep. Hopefully he stays there.
Yeah. So we do have to talk about the big issue with Melissa Martin. 47 was found with cocaine at Barrytown School. I have to be very careful as the school board chair.
Right.
So she was cited with possession and reckless endangerment. And for folks that don't know what that means is it's not that it was just like a simple citation. It was a citation to come to court because she's being charged with possession and reckless endangerment.
Gotcha.
My guess is, and my hope is that the district attorneys take that really seriously because it
Yep.
involves children. And it's also my understanding that this was her first offense, according to the information here. And just for the record, in order to get hired at the BUSD, you do have to pass a background check. And there is another Melissa Martin who has a quite lengthy rap sheet, very lengthy rap sheet. And that's not the same one that
That's
was
not the
working at the BUSD.
Yeah. Very important.
Right. And I know that some people have talked about, should we do drug testing at schools? Yes. Yes, we should.
Yeah.
We should do drug testings at schools. But you want to take a guess why we don't?
That exact reason.
No, the reason why we don't, and why many companies in the state of Vermont don't do drug testing unless it's a federal requirement, is the state of Vermont does not allow random drug testing by statute.
Wow.
So
That's interesting.
that is interesting. I think you should be able to do drug testing. But
You should be allowed to do
Random
drug
drug
tests.
testing.
Right. And you should be allowed to do it to hire somebody.
correct. I also think you should be able, and I'm not saying to do it, right? Like I'm not
Right.
saying all of a sudden we should like switch and everybody gets drug tested, right?
Right. No.
But I certainly believe that having a state statute that says you can't do that, not
No.
overly exciting about, not very excited about that.
Yeah.
And I don't have a problem with drug testing to get government benefits. So Sorry.
Yeah, that was that caused a ruckus on Facebook. I saw when I was at work.
It did, and and the problem, a lot of the frustration with people is they want information,
Right.
but information on that level, you you can't get it, and you feel like you should be able to get it because it's a public entity,
Right.
but it's a it technically is a personnel issue,
Yep.
and personnel issues are not public.
Right. They're inherently kept.
Right.
If someone, it's not public if you're getting fired or whatever.
Right.
But I think a lot of people felt that they weren't They were getting notified through their kids. And
Yeah.
I think that's probably what bothered
Well,
a lot of people.
I think there's, and I don't, I think there's a email system that's set up, and folks would want to reach out to their
There.
their principal
Yeah.
or something to get, or whoever they communicate with regarding that. But anyway, so I'm not going to speak much about that because that's
Yeah.
just not something that I
Right,
should
that's-
really be
right,
talking
that's a-
about. And I just gave the information, the public information that's out there. All right, so I'm a fat guy. I'm not going to lie. Let me tell you, elevators are very important to
They
me.
are. I love them just as much as the next guy.
So this housing, the Montpelier housing complex, there's residents over there that have been without an elevator for like 2 months.
Jeez.
Public housing, and they've been without an elevator, and some people are actually like trapped. And I mean, they're obviously not trapped, but in all intents purposes, right?
Yeah.
They're trapped up there because the elevator isn't fixed, which is really, I mean, that's really scary.
Yeah, not being able, especially if you're in a wheelchair or you have some larger issue where you can't, get down the stairs. That can be really scary, not knowing you can leave when you want.
Yeah. So many elderly or those with disabilities are feeling trapped in their homes. The elevator at Prospect Street building run by Montpelier Housing Authority, which, side note, did not know existed. And not only did I not know that the Montpelier Housing Authority existed, I was extremely surprised to find out that they had Section 8 housing in Montpelier, because I feel like they tore down, or they because there was Section 8 housing that they modified to like fancy apartments and kicked all their Section 8 people out. It was a frustrating thing.
Yeah.
But yeah, so they've been without service for more than 2 months, forcing some tenants to struggle up and down stairs or remain confined to their floors. Officials say the repair parts from Otis, which is an elevator company,
Yep.
are they're calling for accountability and faster action, but the parts are not there. Yeah, so
Quite the.
not cool, especially in Vermont, subsidized housing.
Right.
But I got a feeling like that would have been, like, maybe they should, if the parts are old,
Yeah.
maybe just like replace the elevator.
Right. Get a new elevator.
Yeah.
Don't be waiting on parts.
Courtney asks, for tomorrow's board meeting, does it have to have a schedule of what they are going over? Yes, they do. Courtney, I will be sending out an email regarding, it's my weekly email or update that I send. I haven't done it yet, but we'll be sending it tonight. It will include an agenda, but there is no conversation about that tomorrow night. We will be talking about a potential for a policy to have for social media. which is related to a different issue, and we'll talk about whether or not we should have one of those. All right. So Vermont Agriculture Secretary Anson Tebbetts has asked the U.S. Department of Agriculture, which, I mean, I don't know how that's going to work right now with the government.
And I think you and I saw the same thing, so we can ignore the thing I put under Vermont News as well, because we found the same VT Digger article.
Oh, did we?
Yep.
Yeah. So I don't know how that's going to work with statewide disaster designation when. So he's asking for statewide designation of
Right.
Due to the drought, and
It opens up like emergency funding for crops lost and
which, as a side note, yeah, it does, but the funds are being held back
up.
because
We're in a government shutdown.
The government shutdown.
So it's kind of this weird
Kabuki dance.
thing that you're.
And it's also holding up the community block grant
Gotcha.
community development block grant funds as well. It's my understanding it will hold that up as well. So we should call our state legislators and tell them to open up the government. Do you want to go down that route right now since we're like chatting about it?
Open up the government, Michael. Come on.
Not me. It's not me. You're right. State legislator. I said state legislators. Let me rephrase that. Our Congresswoman, Becca Balance.
Yep. Give her a call.
Huh?
Give her a call.
Give her a call. I'm sure she would love to take your call.
Well, the House is out of session this next week, so she'll have time to take
Yeah,
it.
that's true. So you don't need to call her. You need to call Bernie.
You need to call Bernie Sanders.
You need to call Bernie, and you got to call Peter Welch.
No.
Tell them to vote yes. I mean, they're not going to.
No.
But and it's funny. We were talking before the show about the government shutdown, and I've been saying it since the beginning. Tempt Trump with a good time. I mean, oh man, it's like, I don't understand the Democrats, and on multiple levels, and it's probably just me, but I don't understand like the holding out for the ACA stuff, which was a COVID measure, right? And it's set to expire, and they're trying to extend it. That's what we talked about that, and that's the way I understand it. And
It's not even set to expire right now. It's set to expire the end of this year.
Right.
So
a COVID measure.
Right.
A COVID measure. There's a lot of things that happened during the COVID years that are expiring, which we'll get to those as well, right?
It just doesn't make any sense because you're going to make this whole stand with Republicans.
Well, I'm assuming it's to maintain it beyond that, right?
Right. They want to extend the subsidies, and Republicans have been pretty clear that they're
not going to move.
We'll talk about it, but they want we want the government open.
Man, I'm not a big fan of I feel like there should be some decorum, between people in general, and decorum between Republicans, Democrats.
Right.
But I'm not gonna lie. This is my biggest problem with Trump. Like, I want him to have more decorum and to be, but some the stuff that is funny. But at the same time, I'm like, I really wish he hadn't done that. I wish somebody else did that.
Right. But it's just,
the sombreros and oh my goodness, good golly. And JD Vance, I shouldn't be laughing about this, and I feel because again, I get back to, like, me personally, I would never do that.
Right.
Like, Teddy and I disagree on things. I'm not gonna, do an AI video of him putting on a sombrero or whatever, and or whatever, and he wouldn't do that to me either. and and I feel like we shouldn't be doing that. But the comment from JD Vance during the press conference, he's like, "Yep, the sombrero memes will end once we get the government going again." Because people are like, oh, their hair's on fire over the memes,
Yeah.
and yet, things that are important are getting tabled in the
Right.
time, right?
Yeah.
Like, I get it, and I get that, the federal government is a huge bloat. It's like me, right? Like, obviously bloated. And I get that, and there should be significant cuts to the federal government.
Yep.
But like shutting it down, I'm not like a big fan of that. And I just reach out to Peter Welch and Bernie Sanders if you want the government back up and again. And if you don't, then there's that.
Continue on your way.
Continue on your way. Carry on my way. Anyway.
But as of this last week, they didn't see a path forward. And I guess there's a group of senators when they do these votes. By the way, they're supposed to vote again tomorrow
Well,
on the.
Well, they need 5. That's all they need is 5.
Right. There's a bipartisan group of senators that are talking for, they call it an off-ramp for a government shutdown. And I don't know what that's going to do or how they're going to, how those talks are going to continue. But apparently there's a group of 5 senators talking. And I guess that's our best chance.
So do you know who the 3 or 2 or whatever?
I know there's, what's her name? Jean Shaheen is one of them.
Where's she from?
Oh, she's the retiring from, I want to say it's New Hampshire, but I don't think I'm right.
Okay, so I just pulled it up here. Caucus members to vote to overcome the filibuster. A filibuster? A filibuster?
What is that?
Are we serious? They use the filibuster to prevent the government from opening up? I thought the filibuster was a racist and antiquated measure if I recall, I remember the Democrats saying they wanted to get rid of the filibuster.
Yep.
If I recall. Just as a side note, no, you shouldn't get rid of the filibuster, and now you're using it. The racist, antiquated parliamentary trick that
has been used for decades.
That's been used for almost 2 centuries.
Yeah.
Anyway, so it's John Fetterman, surprise.
Yeah.
Not surprised at all. And Catherine Cortez Masto and Angus King from Maine.
Right, they voted.
And Masto is from Nevada.
They voted for it, so they just need.
John Fetterman is
He's weird.
I am really surprised the things that come out of his mouth.
Yeah.
Because I wasn't expecting that. And especially with Israel, I'm super pro-Israel.
Yeah.
They should have sent me on that Israeli trip.
That's right.
You
should have gone.
I should have gone. Nobody asked me to go. I wouldn't have gone anyway because, one, I don't want to have to get a visa or whatever.
Yeah.
Not a visa, passport. I don't want to have to get that. And plus, I don't want to be on an airplane for 5 hours. But. Yeah. And they wouldn't want to send me anyway because I'm already sold in to I'm probably one of the most pro-Israel people in the legislature, and just because of my personal and religious views on that. So,
yeah.
But John Fetterman is
he's something else.
He's different, and
pretty
impressive.
I love the stories with him showing up in sweatpants, and he's wearing a hoodie when he goes to vote in the Senate. I'm just like, guy, you're doing it right. I love it. He comes up for Saturday vote, and he's in sweatpants and a hoodie. I'm like, yep, They got you out of bed on a Saturday. That's how you're gonna show up, and
I'm not gonna lie. I hate the stuffy atmosphere of the legislature because I have to put on the jacket, gonna have the tie.
Yep.
It's all very irritating to me, but a lot of people love it.
I'd love the getting dressed up part. I like that.
Well, why aren't you dressed up for Barre Beat?
I am dressed up. I gotta dress up for work. You want me to dress up for the Barre Beat too?
You know what? We should get dressed up. We should like coordinate one night and dress up when Raylene comes,
And then
she'll come
be-
in and she'll be like, "What the heck is going on?"
What is going on here? We totally should.
Have we nailed down the whole shutdown issue?
Oh, I think so.
You think so?
Yeah.
All right.
I think we probably went a little overboard with it.
Yeah, probably. Police in St. Albans. This story pisses me off. I'm not gonna lie. Police in St. Albans are investigating after a dog was intentionally poisoned with ground beef mixed with rat poison, and that was thrown over the fence a backyard. So not in a public area.
Right.
Not that I'm not, for the record, I'm not saying that it would be okay in a public area, but not in a public area. You threw that meat over into their backyard.
Yeah.
You're a douche, and you deserve to go to jail for a very long time. Not cool. But thankfully, the dog is okay, and they're monitoring the dog. I mean, it's disgusting. I mean,
Yeah, that's like another level.
it is. I mean, so I have a dog. Do you have a dog?
I have 2 dogs. Yep.
You have 2 dogs. What kind of dogs are they? Probably not cool dogs.
I have a year-old German Shepherd.
Oh, you do have
And
a
then-
cool dog.
And then I have actually the German Shepherd had puppies, so I have a German Shepherd half black lab who's actually golden.
I
So it's
must.
got the
I
floppy
kind of want
ears
to. Oh, that's too bad.
Yeah.
That's a disappointment. The
But-
floppy ears are a disappointment.
Well, they're cute on, because you got the German Shepherd who's, pointy eared.
Do you have pictures of these? Do you
Uh,
have pictures of the German
on-
Shepherd?
I don't know. I might.
I mean, you should have pictures of your German Shepherd on Facebook.
Yeah,
Like
you're
regular
probably right.
people. Regular people
Regular
have
people.
pictures of their German Shepherd on Facebook.
My Facebook's boring.
I see that.
I get unfriended probably 3 times a day.
Oh, there's a. Just checking here. Berlin, just updated. They just did a press release.
Oh,
Excessive speed and negligent operation.
oh, was that
Six-
the 16-year-old coming down? What was it? Wasn't it the Beltline too fast?
October 5th at approximately 15:02. Well, I don't know what that is.
3 o'clock.
It's 3 o'clock. Oh, Mr. Liam's into the military time here. 15:02, officers of Berlin Police Department were conducting a traffic enforcement Route 62 in Berlin, and they observed a vehicle traveling at a high rate of speed. Oh, because, I mean, I never speed on
No.
the Beltline.
Nobody
Do
ever
you?
does.
You don't ever
No.
speed on the Beltline. Never.
Nope.
Never. Although in this particular case, we're going 86 miles per hour.
Yeah, that might be taking it too far.
A little tad fast. Okay,
not a
I go
NASCAR
fast
race.
on the Beltline, but I don't go that kind of speed.
No.
Yeah, that's
That's a little fast.
That's a little excessive.
Yeah.
So
Take it
they
down a notch.
conducted a traffic stop, 86 miles per hour, posted 50-mile zone. The operator was identified as 67-year-old Randy Descharme of Cape Coral, Florida. So, yeah, I don't know why this is on here. That's not overly
Well,
exciting.
that's understandable. He was like,
This is gotta be. This is embarrassing, though. Like, I feel kind of bad for. This is the picture that they posted. And he's like 67 years old, so
Right.
it's not like a drug dealer, right?
no,
Like,
he's Probably forgot to
Well,
check
maybe
his
he
speed.
could be a drug dealer, 67-year-old, I suppose. But man, I feel kind of bad. I mean,
Little side gig.
it's a little bit of social media shaming. Anyway,
That's
moving
funny.
on. You got the select board conversation, so
Oh, right. The select board. Big and exciting stuff happening in Barrie, don't you know?
yeah.
Let's see. Select board, we got times for the Holden Lawn Waste. They'll expand their hours starting yesterday. In addition to the Tuesday, Thursday, 10 to 4, and the Saturdays, 8 to 12. So Saturday will extend from 8 to 4 p.m., and they're going to start doing Sundays from 12 to 4. So get your lawn waste ready. Know where to be. And new truck for DPW, apparently. This is going to replace truck 12. The superintendent and the director were advocating to go from a half-ton to a three-quarter ton. Michael can fill you guys in on what all that means. He's a big mechanic guy. Some discussion on
Michael, who? Is there another Michael here?
it. Some discussion on it. And they ultimately decided to approve a 2026 Dodge Ram 2500 from South Burlington for $49,895. So someone got a big new truck.
Well, not me.
No, not me
I didn't get
either.
a big truck. I got a little Jeep.
I wonder if they're gonna stay with the silver in Barrytown, or if they're gonna go a different color.
Barrytown have like a specific color that they use?
Well, most of their trucks, if you notice enough of them, are kind of like a silver.
Huh.
Just
I did
like
not notice that. or know
Montpeliers are kind of green.
that. I did not know that.
Well,
Oh wait, like Barry City is kind of red.
yeah, kind of weird.
David, hey David, please tell me you don't go speeding down
Beltline.
the belt line like that. I'll honk and see if a kid pops out. He'll get the joke because he's got a bumper sticker on there. It says, "Don't honk at me. A kid might pop out." I did. I thought about. I was riding behind him, and I thought about like,
Yeah.
just, and you would get irritated, like what the. But I didn't do it.
No.
I'll have to do it with my trike as I drive by.
Right.
Thanks. Oh my word! All right, so Vermont State Treasurer Mike Piechek has joined other northeastern state treasurers in challenging the inclusion of Donald Trump's media company, Trump Media and Technology Group, in the Russell 3000 Index. I have never heard of the Russell 3000 Index. Have you ever heard of that?
Nope. Can't say
I don't
I
know
have.
what that is. So I'm not really sure why he's joining in on this. I don't.
Kind of
I
seems
don't-
like a non-issue.
It does seem like a non-issue. I don't get it. You know what is not a non-issue?
What?
My coffee. My coffee is very important to me. Is coffee important to you?
It plays a very, very important role in my life.
It plays a big role in Raylene's life.
I don't think I would be alive without coffee.
Do you, when you're drinking your coffee, do you think of how you identify with it?
No.
No?
I think about the next cup of coffee.
So we're having this conversation about Maxwell House.
Yep.
Because they temporary changed. They didn't do what Cracker Barrel did, was like, oh, let's go all in and change our icon. No. Maxwell House was like, no, we want to be inclusive, but only for a little while.
Right. Maxwell Apartments.
Maxwell Apartments. I don't know what to say.
Yeah, that's a. Yeah.
I mean, how many people how many people actually like think to themselves when they're drinking their coffee like
I'm drinking Maxwell Apartments.
Maxwell Apartments, or thinking Maxwell House, therefore, oh, it's Maxwell House. I'm offended that it's Maxwell House and not Maxwell Apartments.
And
So
who has an
get your-
idea like that?
the best
Who at Maxwell House
part
Coffee?
of waking up is apartments.
Who at Maxwell House had that idea?
I don't know.
That's
That's
pretty
kind
far
of-
fetched.
It's yeah. I
Again, non-news.
non-news. Yeah, it's a slow news night, folks.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Here at the Barre Beat, as it happens.
Barre Beat. Well, we didn't have very much local news.
No.
So we're just like really tamping down on all the state and excitement of the national news that's going on. All right, so he's like taking up a lot of our show, and I'm tired of him taking up a lot of our show.
Who is?
Probably Donald Trump. I'm like looking at all the stuff that's going on here, and it's like Donald Trump, Donald Trump, Donald Trump, and
Shouldn't be given that much airtime.
no, probably shouldn't. So I'll say this. So he moved to deploy the National Guard to another city Saturday by authorizing 300 troops to protect federal officers and assets in Chicago. So I'm glad that you put that in there because I didn't go deep into it.
No.
And the narrative of him coming into the cities and cleaning them up with the National Guard, not okay.
Yeah.
I have a problem with that. That's the jurisdiction of the municipality, and I get very my feathers get ruffled when you start stepping in on the jurisdiction of the municipality or
Yeah.
the state. But this is talking about federal officers protecting them and federal buildings. That to me is a little bit different.
It is. And I think as long as they, stick to that.
Yeah.
But I mean, I think people are going to be upset about it because of the pictures that will play out on the national news every night.
Yeah.
I don't think we're going to see, what they might actually be doing. So I think we're going to see some stuff about that, and obviously, I think we already have.
Yeah. I'm not going to even go. I've decided I don't want to touch on the Netflix boycott. I think we're going to wrap it up, and we'll go to your Liam's lecture.
Liam's
And,
lecture. What did I put in there? We were talking about it before, weren't we?
We were talking about it.
Oh yeah, this will score me some points. It's a good thing I don't run for office or anything, right?
Yeah, probably not.
Yeah.
Get yourself into trouble.
I'd probably get myself into a lot of trouble. Oh, right. Yeah, I'm having a hard time supporting Democrats so far, especially our Senate Democrats.
Does that mean I've corrupted him?
No, but I think this, and I think we covered it a bunch already, but what they're doing with the government shutdown and not voting for that CR, it's been hard to see their, what they're doing and how they're gonna ultimately figure it out. I don't think there's a safe exit for them at this point without voting for the CR.
Yeah. Well, we shall see on that.
Stay tuned.
Stay tuned. I saw a post that Donna Thunder shared, and I found it very impressive. And as our hair is on fire, and things feel like they're melting down, and all that wonderful stuff. She made a post that some guy named Heavy D. I don't know who it is, and I take no just because I'm reading his post doesn't mean that I support anything that he's done or whatever. I don't know. I didn't look. But it's some good perspective.
Yep.
And I'm going to read it because I just thought it was so enlightening. For a small amount of perspective during these crazy times, imagine you were an American born in 1900. When you were 14, World War I starts and ends on your 18th birthday with 22 million people killed. Later in the year, a Spanish flu epidemic hits the planet and runs until you are 20. 50 million people die from it in those 2 years. Yes, 50 million. When you're 29, the Great Depression begins. Unemployment hits 25%. Global GDP drops 27%. That runs until you're 33. The country nearly collapses along with the world economy when you turn 39. With the world economy. When you turn 39, World War II starts. You aren't even over the hill yet. When you're 41, the United States is fully pulled into World War II. Between your 39th and 45th birthday, 75 million people perish in the war, and the Holocaust kills 6 million. At 52, the Korean War starts, and 5 million perish. At 64, the Vietnam War begins, and it doesn't end for many years. 4 million people die in that conflict. Approaching your 62nd birthday, you have the Cuban Missile Crisis, a tipping point in the Cold War. Life on our planet as we know it could well have ended. Great leaders prevented that from happening. And just as a side note, during this time, this is also when you deal with a president being assassinated.
Right.
As you turn 75, the Vietnam War finally ends. Think of everyone on the planet born in 1900. How do you survive all of that? A kid in 1985 didn't think their 85-year-old grandparent understood how hard school was. Yet those grandparents and now great-grandparents survived through everything listed above. Perspective is an amazing art. Let's try and keep things in perspective. Let's be smart, help each other out, and we will get through all of this. In the history of the world, there has never been a storm that has lasted. This too shall pass. So,
there you go.
I mean, that's a pretty good, I think that's a pretty good...
It puts it into perspective.
Yes. There is some bigger issues out there. David Bean says 100%. So anyway, we wanted to do a Barre Beat tonight because we weren't going to be able to do it tomorrow night. And even though there wasn't much on, I guess we kind of just like blew time away and
had fun doing it.
And had some fun doing it, laughing and...
That's here on the Barre Beat for you.
Yeah.
But we did go over some news.
We did. Not a lot, but some. All right. All right, folks. Pay attention to 802 Scoop because that always gives you the news that you can use. So thank you for watching, and we will see you next week, hopefully on Monday night, not a Sunday night.
Getting back to Monday nights.
Yeah. All right. Ta-ta.